if you guys were here last Tuesday, I have a new mic, so hopefully everything sounds good. I know we don't have any NBA on today, but we're gonna do our best to get some value in for tomorrow. I know we have some Champions League on right now. We do have a play that was sent out over to Twitter, a little 10x play for Champions League. Um, we need Rafael Leao to get two more shots, and then I think one of the attackers for the opposing team, we need to get like I think eight more passes. So let me make sure I get this retweeted real quick. I do want to say something really quickly before we jump into things. I know we're here. This is DubClub's platform, so I'm not gonna sit here and use up the whole time saying this. I just want to say a message to all people who are new to sports betting, who are new to the community. If you're going to pay somebody for picks or advice or knowledge of any kind, please do your research. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. I know that during this NBA All Star break, we've had a little bit of, I guess, drama on Twitter, but I'm not gonna go into that. That's all I'll say about that. Is just make sure you guys do your research. Make sure you find somebody who's very transparent and is providing value to you. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and just recap kind of this past weekend. This will be a routine on every Tuesday now at 2 p.m. that I will be live with the DubClub TV. What I will show you guys is this past weekend for All-Star Weekend. We had a pretty solid couple days, I will say. Saturday night during the three-point contest, posted this for you guys over on Twitter. Cade Cunningham under 21.5 round one score, as well as Dame under 24.5 round one score. Both of those hit for a 3x. I think it paid out a little bit higher than that. I want to say that there was a little bit of a multiplier on that. And then on the very next day for the actual All-Star game itself, we had a 3-pick over underdog that hit. This was also, a couple of these were a little bit higher multipliers. This hit. And then I also sent out a couple of Hard Rock plays. Jaylen Brown to score at least 6+ points, as well as Damian Lillard to get 2+ threes. Someone said they're 0 for 6 on Prize Picks. Hey, you're doing a good job by being in the stream and already taking that next step to then being profitable on Prize Picks. But anyways, I sent these two out. Really just solid plays over on Hard Rock. These were like minus 170 for pretty much every other book that I looked at. FanDuel, DraftKings, a couple others. And then earlier that day, not relating to the All-Star game itself, but I had a lot of people that I saw on my Twitter feed saying like, oh, what are we going to do? There's no NBA on, there's no games. How are we going to make money? Well, I'll show you how to make money. And that is with an esports 25x. This was awesome that we hit this. And I think the best part about this, I already talked about it previously on one of my own streams. I know absolutely nothing about esports at all. Zero. I don't know any information. I was watching the games, trying to just figure out how many kills somebody was at. I was trying to figure out the vocabulary used in League of Legends. CS2 is a little bit easier for me to follow, but when it comes to League of Legends, it was very difficult for me to follow. But anyways, we did cash this 25x. It was super sweaty. Our very last leg down here, cashed by the hook, finished with 8 kills. So yeah, super solid All-Star weekend. And now today, I know we sent out a CS2 Wake and Cash 10x play. And I mean, just absolutely brutal, right? Like we sent this out last night. I wake up, the two players had already played. I'm not going to try to pronounce their names here, but 2 of the 4 players had already played their match and cashed with ease. We get to about 9:30 this morning Eastern time, and we have the last 2 legs here. I mean, one of them went under by a long shot, and then the other one here under 17.5 headshots. I mean, it was like the third to last round, and he went over. Ended up with 18, which is just brutal. So our 10x hooked. I did post a soccer play that, like I said, we're sweating out right now. Lots of esports value today. And I'm going to continue to put out plays in the DubClub, which, again, if you guys are new to the stream and you don't know where to access that, that'll be in the link in my bio, wherever you guys are watching from. I know on DCTV, it'll be a little bit different. You guys will have to go over to my page. But I'm going to be putting out more value just like that. And, yeah, I mean, overall, it's been a really awesome week as far as how the play's gone. And then also, we've had a lot of new people join the community. Our like VIP chat has been absolutely popping off. Really cool seeing a lot of those new faces in there. And honestly, the coolest part about this, yes, you guys are getting access to the plays, but the coolest thing to me is just being able to share the knowledge with all the new people that I see, and really just change that mindset from thinking, oh, all I need to do is look at all of these previous performances and previous matchups and all of this stuff, and really just being able to understand that it's a numbers game. So that's been really cool to kind of just share the knowledge with you guys. And that always makes things better in the community, being able to have everyone in there that's active. And yeah, just helping each other learn. Like when I'm in there, I'm always doing my best to try and get you guys plays, but also helping out the people who may not understand what certain words mean or why we're taking a specific play. But also we've got a ton of moderators who are also very well versed in the positive EV strategy, and being able to help out people. We also have a couple new people who are joining as, I guess if you want to call them cappers within the Discord. That's pretty exciting. We just had one join yesterday. The very first slip that they put out cashed, which was awesome. And then we have another one that should be joining here within the next day or so. So I'll make a big announcement about that. And again, the one thing that I will say, just trying to, hammer this home. When it comes to transparency, you guys have full access to every single day's worth of slips, tracked on a daily basis, profit and loss. And it's fully accessible for free members and DubClub members, okay? You guys are fully able to see that within the Discord. Just go to our daily recaps channel down here. Click this, go to our link here. It's a spreadsheet that you guys, again, have full access to view and see the kind of numbers that we're putting up. So that's a super cool thing. Last Tuesday, I know we talked a lot about our bot, which, again, I will kind of do a little brief overview of that. Obviously, with there not being any basketball tonight, there's not been a ton of volume. We have had some plays for tomorrow. Honestly, got a really good play in, I believe, last night. One of the things I wanted to talk about, though, just going off of that, when it comes to profitable strategies, when it comes to putting money on sports, right? A lot of people talk about positive EV, which is something that I firmly stand by. Another one is arbitrage, which is essentially taking two lines that are, for the over and the under on two different books, being able to get them both at plus money to where no matter what happens, you're making money. The third strategy is what we've actually been doing for the past few days that's worked out pretty well. Hopefully you guys will also see this later today. Hopefully I'll be able to post a winning slip. But middling, if you guys don't know what middling is, here's just a quick little vocab for you guys. This is pretty prevalent in esports, I'll say. So when it comes to esports, you're not going to be able to find odds for a specific player prop when it comes to esports on like DraftKings or FanDuel. You won't be able to find that because it doesn't exist. The way to properly find value with esports is comparing it to other apps. So like Prize Picks has their lines, Underdog has their lines, and then there's also Sleeper and Hot Streak and all these apps that have their own lines when it comes to esports. So what is middling? Okay, let's take honestly, let's figure this out. I'm going to pull up an example for you guys to see. Essentially, if you have one player, let's say player one's over here. I know it's kind of hard for me to show my hands with the stream over there, but you have player one who has their, let's say their kill line for maps 1 and 2 is at 20.5, and then you have player one on a different app, and their kill line is at 23.5. Okay, so now you have a 3 kill margin, right? So you have 20.5 and 23.5. The proper way to go about doing that is you take the over for the 20.5 and the under with the 23.5, and you can do this with very small slip, whether it's a 4-man. That's what I typically like to run, is just a 4-man slip. But what you're doing is you're not only getting value on those specific props, but you have the opportunity for that player to land at 21, 22, or even 23 kills, and both of those lines hit. So this is something you're not really going to see much when it comes to like NBA props or baseball props, but esports especially, when you're really just trying to get a feel for the market and understand, okay, unders or overs, right? That's really all we're trying to figure out is unders or overs for whatever props. when it comes to esports, that is the best way to go about doing that, because a lot of times when these apps make their own lines and their own projections, there's going to be line discrepancies. You're not going to see the same player at 20.5 on every single app. So it's super important to be able to take advantage of that, because that is one form of being profitable over time. So I know a lot of people aren't familiar with that term, which is why I wanted to just go over that quickly. What you got for tomorrow was definitely a degenerate during the All-Star weekend. We're going to go over stuff as they come in. An underdog prop that just dropped here. Ayo Desunmu, I don't even know how to pronounce his name. The Bulls player. Under 4.5 assists over on underdog. Pretty good prop, minus 140 on both DraftKings and Flip. So a little bit of value there. That's usually for just a 6-pick flex over on underdog. So it's a good prop, but at the same time, you're not going to be able to get a full slip in with just that prop, because we would need 5 others to come in. So yeah, I'm suffering from NBA parlay syndrome. Yeah, I mean, this has been tough. I will say, I think that having this All-Star weekend has been a nice break, but at the same time, it's like, all right, it's been enough. Like, I think if it was like 1 day or 2 days, I think that I'd be okay. But the fact that it's stretched so far, and I mean, not that the Four Nations hockey stuff hasn't been great as well, but also it's like, all right, NHL, we need something. I know we've had college basketball, but as far as player props and really, trying to make some money on prize picks and underdog, I've just been all on esports. So, and I will say, I mean, there's plenty of value. It's not like there's no value on the board, but the money can be made. I prefer watching basketball over esports, even though I will say some CS2 matches are very, very fun to watch. So, trying to catch up with TikTok chat here. What's the picks for today? We're going to go over them. We do have a sportsbook bot that you guys see here on the screen. I know if you're watching on TikTok, you guys won't be able to see this, but we do have 12 different sports books. One of them was brand new, so you guys probably don't remember that from last week because it wasn't there. But we have 12 sports books. BetMGM, BetOnline, which is the new one, BetUS, Bovada, Caesars, DraftKings, ESPN Bet, FanDuel, Flip, Hard Rock, and then Prize Picks and Underdog. All 12 of those will post positive EV value 24/7. So whether I'm available, whether I'm not available, if I'm sleeping, it could be 3 a.m. If there's value on the board, the bots will post it, and you guys are able to take them as straights, or you can put them in a parlay. Really doesn't matter to me, because as long as you're getting the value, that's all that matters. Okay, so this has been super profitable for us so far. We've had this up and running since January 1st. One thing that I know a lot of you guys have been tailing is our Flip Ladder Challenge, which we have been using props strictly from the bot. And that's the same thing I'm doing with the underdog streaks, which I believe we'll have to restart tomorrow or potentially Thursday. But I'm hoping we get some Flip value tomorrow. I know we only have one NBA game. I think we're on day 4 or day 5 potentially. I can't remember. It feels like it's been a long time. But essentially, the way that I go about the Flip Ladder Challenge is all of the props will be positive EV, so you don't have to worry about it not being a good value play. And I'm trying to keep everything between minus 115 and plus 115. That way we don't have too much fluctuation in like the return, because we want to have a consistent amount to continue, rolling over to the next day. So the way that Flip works, I believe right now, is they have a max of $500 to wager on a specific prop. So the starting point is 10, and then you go from 10 to 20, 20 to 40, 40 to 80, 80, 160, 160, 320, 320 to 640, and then 640 is what you should have after 6 days. And on that day 7, you pocket the 140, or I guess whatever you have over that 500 amount, and $500 will go to whatever, right? So it's a pretty much a 7-day ladder challenge, which I think is perfect. And that's something that we'll continue to do. Like I said, I think we're on day 4 or day 5. So I'll be looking out for some value that's posted through the Flip bot. We have something posted here from FanDuel just to show you guys a little bit of how this works. So let's go on TikTok. I'll try to do my best to explain exactly what this looks like. But up here, you obviously see Poseidon, and that is the name of our sportsbook bot. This is in the FanDuel channel. it's tagging the FanDuel roll. Okay, if you guys go up to the Reaction Rolls channel, you will be able to react to FanDuel and get notified for every single FanDuel play that gets posted. Okay, so it goes ahead and tags the FanDuel roll. And then at the top, you guys see here, it says Hornets at Lakers. So you guys know what game this prop is in. It also says NBA, just in case you don't know that it is the Hornets and Lakers are NBA teams. Then it shows you the prop. So this is for Miles Bridges over 24.5 points. Okay, this line is at plus 110 on FanDuel. Then it tells you the fair market odds, the EV percentage, which this one is 2.22%. Also gives you a recommended wager amount of 1 unit for this. Okay, why would we take this prop? A lot of people will say, okay, so why does the bot post this, right? That's really the basis of everything. Why is this getting posted? Is this a good play because Miles Bridges has hit this line against the Lakers before? Is he hot right now? Is he hitting this line a lot? Has he hit this in however many games? Is he putting up 25 points every time they wear white jerseys? Those are the kind of questions that people ask. You have to understand that everything is numbers based. Value is not a term that you can just throw out there. A lot of people say, hey, this is good value because blah, 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 blah. Like they'll say, oh, this is good value because LeBron James has done this, right? They try to give you reasoning behind why a play is valuable. A play is not valuable unless you are able to get the best possible line, like the best sportsbook line, or if you take value like this. So underneath the recommended wager, you'll see where it says other available lines. What does that mean? That means that those are other sports books that have this exact same line, that over 24.5 or 25 plus at a specific price point. Now, if you look at those prices, you have Caesars at minus 128, you have ESPN Bet, BetMGM, and Hard Rock Bet at minus 110, and DraftKings at minus 105. Okay? So, what does that mean? If we were to put $100 on that prop on any of those books, we're going to be getting paid less than if we were to take it on FanDuel. Okay? I have zero clue how Miles Bridges has performed in the past, and it actually doesn't matter. That's the best part about it. It doesn't matter how, because the biggest thing that I have to tell people when they first join, right? When they first join the DubClub, when they first join the Discord, and I have to share a piece of information to them, it's almost like getting checked right at the door of okay, hey, welcome to, Prize Picks. Welcome to positive EV betting. Welcome to being profitable. First thing you got to do, check your ego. All right. So many people in this industry say, I can outsmart the sports books because they try to provide evidence of why somebody's doing well. They try to provide, reasoning behind their pick. They'll spend hours doing so, looking at all the previous stats, all the stuff that I've already talked about before. You guys are going to be profitable once you realize that these sports books, all right, are multi-billion-dollar companies that have every tool necessary to create accurate projections and models, okay? So everything from injuries, from player rotations, from the weather, whatever we're talking about, they have taken every single thing into account, okay? So when you have, let's say, the 5 sports books here, the majority of the market all agreeing within a certain range for a price point, then you see a line over here, FanDuel at plus 110. That's when you take that prop, okay? It has nothing to do with the person themselves. I literally could not care who this is, right? It's Miles Bridges, but it could be literally anybody. All I'm looking at this entire thing is the numbers, okay? The only time that I actually care about the player's name is when I'm trying to locate where to find it. That's it. I'm not going to sit here and see this and then pull up his game logs, right? So that is the biggest thing that I have to say. And I know I'm not here switching between different props and telling you guys, okay, here's the EV percentage here, take this on that, because we don't have a lot of volume, okay? There's not a lot of volume because there's not a lot of games. And when there's not a lot of games, there's not a lot for us to get in for value, right? So going back to kind of, I guess, just the profitable strategies, if you want to call it that. I know we talked about positive EV. We talked about arbitrage. We talked about, hold on real quick. But he doesn't go over 24.5. He's done it 8 times this year. That's completely fine. Because you guys have to understand that long term, when you're taking plays like this, you're going to be profitable. I can prove it. I can show you guys what we're doing in the Discord and the DubClub because it's all tracked. Everything is. you guys have to understand that this is it's like comforting to me knowing that I can put my plays in, not even watch them. I'm obviously going to try to watch them because I like sports, but people come into the Discord that may you don't even have to know what like a first down is, a dunk, a free throw. You may not know anything. Similar to how I'm telling you guys about esports. I know nothing about esports. It doesn't matter about the sport though, as long as you can find an edge, which is what this is. We're finding an edge. We're placing the play, and over time, getting that kind of value is going to return profit. Okay, it's that simple. A lot of people make it a lot more complicated than it needs to be. It's as simple as that. I'm not against EV. I just prefer data backed. Why not combine both strategies rather than just EV? That's a great question and a perfectly good point to make because I'm totally okay with people saying, okay, hey, I'm going to use positive EV, but I'm also going to double check it to see like how this player is performing. That's totally fine. But for me, I think that money is time, or time is money. I said that backwards. I think time is money, and I'd rather just trust the numbers because I've seen the results and continue to trust the numbers because it saves me, 30 minutes to an hour if I were to just look at that individual player, especially when we're talking about prize picks and underdogs, when we're playing, 6-leg parlays. Like, I don't have time to look at every single one of them. The esports play that I just put out, the one that cashed, the 25x, I didn't spend more than 30 seconds putting that slip together. Same thing goes for the other 25x's that we've hit this month. It doesn't take me more than a minute to get them in. Fair enough. Can't imagine the line is available for that price for long. Yeah, exactly. And that's another thing. I posted this earlier on Twitter, but again, I'm not trying to sit here talk about other cappers. However, if you're tailing somebody and their plays are not bumping, there's probably something going on. And I'm not talking about like something like shady. I'm saying like they're probably not getting value. Prize Picks is only going to bump a line if for whatever reason some huge influencer tells everyone to take it over and they just have a ton of money on one side. They'll probably bump it. But other than that, it's going to be because of value. At the end of the day, everything that we do when it comes to prize picks underdog, it's all a race against them to get to a certain prop before they're able to bump or remove it. Okay. The reason I say that is because if we see that a certain line has value on it because the rest of the market has it at a different price point, Prize Picks doesn't want us to be able to have that, which is why they're going to try to bump that. Okay. So I talk about this all the time. The biggest complaint that I get out of anybody in the Discord, the DubClub, whatever you want to call it, the biggest complaint is that people aren't able to get in plays because they wait 10 minutes and then they click on the play and then, it's bumped or there's a prop removed. And that's because we're securing value. And even though that they see that those plays get bumped, it's a little bit of a bummer. Like, okay, yeah, we missed out on play, but at least they know that I'm getting value, right? I'm putting out plays that are actually profitable, that are actually backed by data, right? Where do I do my research for CS2? The research is just comparing lines. I have no clue how CS2, what the research process would be for CS2. I just compare lines. I pull up underdog, I pull up prize picks, I look at the two lines, I pull up hot streak, sleeper, see where the price points are between all of the apps, and I take advantage of the value. It's that simple. What's the Discord? If you're on TikTok, it's in the link in my bio. You guys can access that as well as a trial for just 99 cents. You guys can get in. Pretty much like the best deal that I've ever run. So 99 cents gets you in to the DubClub right now. And yeah, hopefully moving into the second half of the NBA season, we're able to cash in pretty big, just like we did the first half. I'm really excited because I know we got MLB right around the corner as well. So that's pretty exciting. I am going to check real quick here. I know Leao hasn't gotten any more shots taken yet. And now we're here about 10, 15 minutes ago, and he needs to get 2 more. So that play's not looking great. And it's fine because I think that just like the people who commented on the CS2 Wake and Cash, they're like, oh, this chalks. And by the way, it lost by the hook, right? So yes, it didn't cash, but it went 3 for 4. The last prop hooked us. But like, okay, this sucks, right? Everyone wants to say like, oh, you're a terrible bettor and all this stuff. But at the end of the day, I'm perfectly okay with understanding that I secured value, and a lot of people would choose to they judge things based off of the result rather than the value that people get in. So Louis, awesome, dude. Just had somebody join. Hey, I mean, you guys can join for 99 cents. Try it out for the week. And if you don't like it, you can leave. And I would love to get feedback from you guys to know, what you guys think of it. And, what are the areas that can use improvement. There is one thing that I will be adding most likely either today or tomorrow. We've seen so many new people come in that a lot of people want to have a page for the terminology, like when it comes to positive EV or middling, all that stuff. I'm going to probably add that. We do have a Plus EV frequently asked questions channel, which I think is super helpful for you guys. We also have a video that kind of talks about how to use the bot. But when it comes to the terminology, I think that'll be something that we add because at the end of the day, I know there's a lot of people who haven't even heard of positive EV before. So I'm trying to help the people from, having to not deposit into Prize Picks every single week. So let's see. Join for the week. Yeah. Awesome, dude. Let me know what you think. If you need any help at all in the Discord, we do have a support ticket, like a customer service, I guess if you want to call it that. Go to the support ticket, open one up, and you can either talk to me or one of the moderators, and we can hopefully help you out. The CS2 slip and flex. So yeah, a lot of you guys actually flex that slip, which you shouldn't be flexing a 4-pick anyways, but I guess if you cash, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that you shouldn't be doing that, but always do 6 picks. You have a better advantage. Yeah, of course. 6 picks are the best way to go on both underdog and Prize Picks. How can I be a mod? A mod is, I typically will give like mods to the people who have been there for a while and are very well knowledgeable about positive EV. So we got another prop here. Again, very similar, just showing you guys the value. You guys can see the other available markets down here. Paul George, over 14.5 points at plus 115. Pretty small, positive EV percentage, 1.08%. Half a unit there. That's a decent prop, but nothing too great. But yeah, if you guys have any questions regarding stuff that I've gone over so far, let me know. Like I said, I'll try to do my best to either answer it or at least point you in the right direction to, find the answer that you need. But this year so far has been awesome in terms of profitability. 2024, we wrapped up with over 624 units in profit. January, we went up, I think, just shy of 41 units. And then February has obviously been awesome so far. A ton of 25x cashes, and then, just posted the other 25x from esports. Hopefully, we're going to have a 10x today. I do want to check on something real quick. We have a tennis prop that we're sweating, which was also another thing. Esports is like the main thing that I would use for when it comes to middling, but tennis as well. I think like break points are the one that we had some money on just because, break points sometimes have some discrepancies in the lines. You can get somebody's over 3 and under 4 on a different site. How do you research esports? Someone just asked that. There's no research that goes into it, unlike a lot of other people who will tell you that they'll look at previous performances and stuff. But for me, it's literally just comparing lines. So I pull up Prize Picks, I pull up Underdog, Sleeper, Hot Streak, all those apps, and I compare lines. And that's exactly how this was built with CS2, League of Legends. I think Dota is also one that has a lot of discrepancies when it comes to the lines. Let's see here. All right, we're on set 2. Trying to see. This is a women's tennis match that we're looking at. Let me look at the stats here. Breakpoints 1. Okay, so I'm really confused. Okay, I think that I'm trying to understand tennis real quick. Awesome, Leah, you just joined. Hey, again, if you guys have the week, right? If you're joining, you get the full week. I understand that, yes, we're kind of in a bad moment right now as we don't have any NBA on tonight. However, at the end of this week, whenever your subscription is about to expire or you have to make the decision to renew or not, there's a good chance that by the end of the week, you will have made enough money to pay for your subscription. But if for whatever reason you haven't, please either contact me, open up a support ticket or DM me, and we can talk about it because I think that I think there's a lot of communities that people can join and they really just don't feel like they're getting the value that they are paying for, or they just get plays. I'm going to go over a checklist real quick of what is included in the subscription to the DubClub. Okay. So for those of you guys who are taking advantage of that 99-cent deal, which, I mean, 99 cents, like that's dirt cheap, right? Just to get in the door. This is what you get access to. You get access to my plays, okay, which I post a lot, right? I post a lot of plays with a lot of value. Prize Picks, Underdog, DF, or like all the DFS apps. So Better, Dabble, Parlay Play, and Sleeper, if they ever have value. All of those get posted through me, okay? So I post those that you guys get access to. Second, you get mod slips, all right? Slips from the moderators who are also very much well-versed in positive EV. So you have that. So more volume for you guys to take advantage of. Third, you guys have a brand new sportsbook bot that has been absolutely pumping out value, a ton of volume, and has been super good for Prize Picks, Underdog, and also all the other sports books. Okay, if you guys are location, like, I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but like if your location doesn't allow you to get on like FanDuel or DraftKings or Hard Rock, you guys still have BetUS and Bovada and now Bet Online. So 3 different offshore books that you guys can get on and make money. So that's the third way, because this is positive value 24/7. And then the last thing that I think is the most important and really just priceless is the knowledge. When you get in there, you'll have the knowledge to understand what positive EV is, and also get to the point where you say, okay, wow, I really need to change my mindset when I look at how Prize Picks should be, how Underdog should be. It's not just taking an over or an under. It's not. It is a mathematical equation that sets you up for success long term. So those are 4 things that I think are super important. You also have a ton of people who are just willing to help you. Personally, I don't think there's any other community like it. I think that we've built an awesome Discord with a lot of guys who just share the love and passion for sports and want to be able to make money from it, which is exactly what we do. And we're able to track it on a daily basis and be as transparent as possible to show you guys those results. So what's my win rate? That's a great question, and it's also a terrible one. Win rate doesn't tell you anything, unfortunately, especially when we're talking about Prize Picks Underdog. Win rate absolutely means nothing because you're not taking into account the price that you're getting a specific prop at, and you're also not taking into account the wager, the amount of units that you're putting on a specific prop. So if you want my win rate, you're able to go to the Discord. It's completely free to join the Discord. The DubClub is how you access all of the plays, but if you want to get in the Discord, it's completely free. You guys can access that through the link that's in my bio, and you guys are able to see our daily recaps, which is essentially the win rate that you're looking for. Are we profitable? Are we bringing in money over time? The answer to that, the simple answer is yes. If you want to see the numbers, it's in the Discord. I'm getting cooked on college basketball with the NBA out. I can never trust college kids. Like I take the value anyways, but I feel like more often than not, I get absolutely cooked. You secured good value on the 6-man on Discord. Every play bumped. Hey, perfect example. Somebody just joined through TikTok, went to the DubClub, saw the 6-man that I posted, and said that every play had already bumped. Okay? That is not because I'm some, big influencer. When I say, yeah, I've got 50K followers on Twitter, that doesn't really mean much. Okay? Not to Prize Picks, at least. I'm talking about people who, have lots of power, lots of people following their plays that just get a ton of people to hammer the same side. That's when stuff bumps. If it's like influencer based, 6 plays, all 6 plays bumping, that's value. Okay, you guys, if you're telling somebody who doesn't do that, probably should reconsider. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. And again, we're here for this hour to talk about plays. And I know I'm getting sidetracked because we don't have NBA tonight, but I'm not trying to shove it down your throat to subscribe to the DubClub, but I just want to show you guys the value that I bring to the table, the value the community that I've built brings to the table, and how it can benefit you. It's never a purchase to join the DubClub. It's an investment, okay? If for whatever reason, right now, okay, for those of you guys watching, if you're on TikTok, if you're on YouTube, if you're on Twitter, if you guys join the DubClub right now, and then this next week you don't make money, I'll give you your money back. All right, it's only 99 cents to join, so I really don't have much to lose. However, the only thing you have to lose is the knowledge that you could gain from joining, okay? So that's the deal that we'll make. if for whatever reason you don't win money in the Discord this week, the 99 cents that you used to join, I'll give it back to you. Okay. I'll even give you the extra penny. I'll just send you $1 flat. Okay. So essentially, it is risk free for you to join, essentially a free trial, but just enjoy the plays, make some money, get the knowledge that you want to, right? Be open to learning. I'm not going to, earlier today, we had somebody join. They asked a couple questions. We told them exactly how it was, how positive EV works, how this is a numbers game. And then a couple of minutes later, they asked us, how do I cancel my subscription? And I was shocked, because it's just, there are certain people who don't have the willingness to learn. Okay. So if you're going to join the DubClub, be open to learning, be open to making money, because I know all of us want to. Okay. That's the deal that I'll make with y'all right now. Before this live is over, which will be in about 20 minutes, if you join the DubClub and you don't make money in the next week, I will refund your money. All right. Is this my full-time job? Yes, it is. The reason it is my full-time job, just to give you guys a little backstory, I was a college student. I was really dumb. I didn't understand positive EV. I didn't understand how to be profitable. I lost a ton of money, including the money that should have been going to my rent. Lost a lot of money, took a step back, realized, okay, certain people are able to profit off prize picks. What am I doing wrong? Luckily, I was able to discover this strategy known as positive EV, understand that prize picks is more than just selecting an over or an under, and made a lot of money doing this, to the point where I've been limited on several DFS apps and sports books, which you guys have seen on stream. And when you get a following, when people want to tail your plays and you realize that you can monetize it, it almost becomes the only option whenever you can't make the money that you were from putting money on sports. So essentially, I'm limited to like $5 and $10 a play on certain apps. And because of that, I'm now sharing my knowledge, the wealth of knowledge, to other people who are willing to learn, and allowing them to make money. It's a super simple, I guess, business model if you want to think about it that way. But yes, this is my full-time job. Can I join the Discord? Yes, of course. It's in the link in my bio. They're watching you. Yeah, we've had a couple of people say like, "Oh, PrizePicks is sending spies into your Discord. That's why they're bumping things so fast." Yeah, that's funny. All I do is positive EV method. I'm in. Awesome, dude. Yeah, positive EV is great. It's a shame that a lot more people don't know about it. I think that's awesome. Why I'm going live to hopefully, I guess, bring awareness to it. But like it's a true statistic that 98% of people don't make money, when they're putting money on sports. So I don't come to you guys as like trying to be all high and mighty in this like top 2%, I guess, if you want to call it that. It's just a genuine desire to help others. Right. And I think a lot of people miss that because they say, oh, he's charging for plays. But we put a lot of money into having the bot built and the whole community put together. So there's been a lot of money put into it. And I feel like, especially now with 99 cents, it's like, so what if I'm charging for it? You guys are getting the knowledge and the plays and the bot. Like, I mean, it's a lot. So is it safe to face? Is it safe to take ball rebounds? Don't take any bumps. That's another thing. If you're doing positive EV, don't take bumps. And the reason for that is because PrizePicks and Underdog, they bump it for a reason. They're trying to bump that price to where the rest of the market has it. So there's no longer that edge. Even if it's like a 0.5 bump, people think like, oh, I'll just take it anyways. No, you don't want to do that. Don't take bumps, okay? Good question, though. And also, that doesn't mean to just take the opposite side. So if I have an under 4.5 and it gets bumped to a 4, don't just take the over 4. That's not what that means either. Golly, you guys are freaking blowing up the chat and TikTok. I'm trying to keep up, okay? Sorry. Trying to read. What is positive EV? We talked about this at the beginning. It's essentially like, let's say DraftKings, FanDuel, Bovada, and Caesars all have a specific line at -120, and then you're able to go to BetMGM and get the exact same line at +120. That's a simple example of positive EV. It's essentially being able to find the best line, and not just the best line, but a good margin for it. So positive EV is positive expected value. And over time, when your expected value is positive, meaning like your return, right? You're getting more value than what you should be getting paid. You're going to be making money. All right. That's a simple definition of it. Where are the plays in Discord? Yes. So if you go to the link in my bio, you'll join the DubClub. If you guys click the link that is the 99 cents, it'll say join the DubClub or wherever for just 99 cents. It'll pull up a page that looks like this. I know on TikTok you guys are unable to see this, but if you're watching on YouTube or Twitter, you guys will see this page. It'll show you 99 cents for the week. Once you get in here, once you subscribe, it'll show you a welcome message. Okay, the welcome message will have the link to the Discord. You'll join that way. Then in our getting started page that's in the Discord, you'll see that on the DubClub profile that you have, when you go to your communities tab, I believe, you need to connect your DubClub with Discord. Okay, that's how you unlock the roles to be able to see all the VIP premium stuff, all right? Can I get your opinions on my picks? No. If you bring opinions, if you bring confidence, if you bring gut feelings, any of your personal thoughts into putting money on sports, you will lose. Okay? I promise you. Let's see, what's EV? Yep, already went over that. Do I have any picks at the moment? No, I'll probably be posting more plays, most likely esports. I think we'll probably see some good NBA value a little bit later tonight that I'll post in the DubClub. Right now, there's not a lot just because, again, there's no NBA tonight. There's only one game tomorrow. So that value is starting to slowly creep in just because the markets are still changing and all of that. Let's see. Do I do baseball? Yes. Love baseball. I actually never watched baseball until I started putting money on sports. Baseball is extremely profitable. Last season, we absolutely made a killing because of correlation. So essentially, let's say the Tigers are facing the Dodgers, right? I think this is the example I use every time. We would take like Scooble over 2.5 earned runs, and then we would take, Mookie Betts over 2.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Ohtani to get an RBI or a run or whatever. Freddie Freeman, you guys get it. Correlation. We made an absolute killing off of that during MLB season last year, and we're going to try to do the same this year. So yeah, that's right around the corner. How do I join the Discord? Link in bio. When should I sign up, tonight or tomorrow? Honestly, I'm not going to be somebody that says, sign up right now, right? I'm going to be posting plays tonight, so I still recommend you join now. But if you would rather join tomorrow just because that's when the NBA is back, totally fine with that. But just know that if we're securing value, a lot of times we post ahead of the games, sometimes even like the day before. So tonight, there could be value, and definitely don't want to miss out on a potential winning play. So how much is the premium? Right now, it's only 99 cents to join. So you guys don't have anything to lose. And I've already said before we end stream today, anybody who joins and doesn't make money the next week, I'll give you your money back. 99 cents. What's there to lose, right? I'll be on the lookout for a post tomorrow giving you a follow. Awesome, dude. Appreciate that. After the promo. Oh, how much is the premium after the promo? It's $40 a month, which again, if you guys are in there, you probably could make $40 this week. So that's why I always say it's an investment because, at the end of the day, if you're in here for our trial, there's a good chance you make enough money to then pay for your, following subscription. 99 cents for the week. Yeah. What's the Discord? You don't see it in my bio. If you guys don't see it in the bio for whatever reason, the link is there. You guys can go to tridentdfs.com, and then you'll be able to access it that way as well. Ball is 4.5 now. No, don't take any bumps. So if we get it for $1, do we keep the rate? No, so it's $1 for your first week, and then you can choose to figure out a subscription from there. It's cheaper, per day, I guess, if you subscribe longer. So like if you were to do a week subscription, a month one would be cheaper than the week, a 3-month one would be cheaper than the month, and so on. So again, it's all about, if in this first week, that's why I always tell people when you join, really look over the server, really understand everything that's going on, try your best to understand what positive EV is, understand, everything that's going on, because there's a lot of value in there and a lot to take in that I think makes it very much well worth the price. I think it's something that I could charge more if I wanted to. And like I said, in that first week, there's a good chance that you make enough money to go ahead and pay for that next month or 3 month subscription. So, let's see. Are you posting tonight? Yeah, most likely. If there's value, I'll post tonight. I'm from Cali. What app should I use to profit? I'd have to look it up. I mean, I always tell people get on as many apps as you can because you're really just kind of. I think a lot of people see Prize Picks and they're on the app and then they're just too stubborn to join anything else because I don't know, they're just stubborn. They know that Prize Picks is like the big app, the one that's like just most well known. Um, I always tell people to just get on as many as you have access to because the more apps you have, the more likely of a chance that there's value, and you definitely don't want to close that door for you. If you don't have access to a specific app, or if you have access to an app and you just choose not to get it. Do I do Prize Picks? Yes, I do Prize Picks. What's the link for the Discord? You guys can access it in the link in my bio, or go to tridentdfs.com. What's my take? I'm not going to give a take because my opinion doesn't matter. I will say, if you guys want me to, that Stetson over under at 166.5, I can show you the best line for it. If you are so persistent to take that, I can tell you where to get the best line. Any locks for right now? No, there's no such thing as locks or guaranteed picks. If you're following anybody who says they have locks, unfollow. What's the Discord? It's in the link in my bio. Prize Picks is the Apple of the books. I don't even know what that means. What's the Discord? Link in bio, dude. You guys can access that there. I should probably just make the Discord link like customized, where it's just like, discord.com/TridentDFS, something like that. I probably should do that. Do I have any lines for what? For Prize Picks right now? There's not a ton. There's not really any good value right now on Prize Picks. Got a 2-man for Prize Picks this week. Don't run 2-mans on Prize Picks. They've done a really good job of cracking down on the value. So 2-mans really aren't profitable anymore. 4-pick powers are something that I run very rarely, but 6-man flexes are the main one to go to. Yep. So I think our 10x chalked because Rafael Leao literally took one shot out of the 20 shots that the team had, which sucks because I'm sure there's going to be more people on Twitter that say, this guy sucks at sports betting. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. But at the end of the day, what I always say to people is that a specific play is only as good as the value that you get on it. If you're somebody who says, hey, this didn't hit, and because it didn't hit, you're terrible. You're wrong, first off. And you're also just small-minded, I guess. Yeah, there are definitely some people on Twitter right now that are not so happy because the soccer play didn't hit. But there was good value on it, and that's all you can ask for. I'm not a mind reader at the end of the day, or a fortune teller, or whatever you would call somebody who knows the future or the outcome of a specific prop. At the end of the day, all you can do is get value. And when you get value and you know you're going to make money long term, you start to realize that the individual plays themselves don't really matter because your graph, I guess, like your profit graph just continues to go up just slowly. You'll have a couple dips just because everyone goes through cold streaks, but it'll just slowly be up. Rafael Leao was passing a lot. That's why. Yeah, I wasn't able to watch the game, but yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I think Felix was taking a lot of the shots. Prize Picks is an underdog here. 2 different props just came through. Good value on both of them. On Prize Picks, Jaylen Brown over 1.5 threes. Minus 140 on both DraftKings and Flip. Minus 150 on Bovada. And then on underdog, we've got Andrew Nemhard over 7.5 rebounds and assists. Minus 140 on ESPN Bet. Minus 142 on FanDuel. 2 pretty good props there. It's kind of cool seeing that we have value coming in for Thursday. I kind of just expected most of the value to be for the Lakers game tomorrow night, but getting some good value in for Thursday as well. What's my financial goal? That's a good question. Um, I feel like it's kind of hard to just set a number. I think I really just want like financial freedom, I guess. That's a good goal to have. Um, I don't know. I feel like I had pretty high goals when it came to making money off of sports, and then or like the sports books say, "Oh, you're making money from us. Okay, we're going to limit how much you can make now." And then that was just like, "Oh, okay." Like that was like the first time that I was like limited. I was like, it kind of just shocked me a little bit. Like, oh, okay, so 98% of people can just lose money and make you guys money, but the 2% that actually does make money from you guys try to stop. So I've never understood that, by the way. Like sportsbooks make, like especially Prize Picks, make so much money. Like if you guys are crazy if you don't think that they made money off of that latest promo that they did, where it was like, you know, get a winning slip in the next 7 days every single day, and you'll get like a like what was it, like a fraction of $5 million. And I think at the end it was like 30,000 people got it, and it was like what, like $165, I think, as a free entry for all 30,000 of those people. It was a free entry, by the way, meaning that it wasn't $165 directly into your account or even as promo. It was like, okay, here's a $165 free entry. You have to now hit this in order to, get the money. So you're crazy if you don't think Prize Picks made a lot of money off of that, because every single person was putting in probably 20 sips a day trying to just hit something. Um, yeah. What app did that to me? Several. I'm limited on Dabble. Luckily, I'm not limited on Underdog yet, and I think it's partially because I have a partnership with them, and I was able to work something out where they didn't limit me. And it's also because I'm in Florida, and it just doesn't really make sense to limit me, because it's like pretty much like a peer-to-peer style thing. So pretty much like a prize pool. So it wouldn't make sense to limit somebody who's not taking their money. Like the money that I win from Underdog is because of the other people in my peer-to-peer pool. Hard Rock freaking limited the crap out of me. I made a ton of money off of them during NBA so far, just like the first half of the season, and then also baseball last year. And I mean, I can put like $10 on certain NBA plays. They haven't limited me yet on like hockey, just because I rarely play it, or like college basketball. But I don't even know what the threshold is for me to be limited, but it'll tell me like, max wager is this, and I can't put any more than that, which is pretty. I guess it's discouraging. It kind of also makes me run more parlays, obviously positive EV parlays, but like, you know, not really ideal. So my financial goal is to get 12K in a year to finish paying my car. Hey, speaking of cars and financial goals, we had somebody last year within the Discord. I actually talked about this recently on the DubClub podcast. Recently, well, I guess last year, the one of the people in our Discord made enough money from the picks that I put out to buy a truck. And that was super cool because he posted it to our like testimonials channel, kind of just showing off the truck and I guess showing some appreciation to what the Discord was able to do for him. But yeah, that was awesome. That's a good financial goal to set, though. How do they limit? It's essentially just like putting a cap on how much you can wager. Um, should I do LeBron James under 100 points? Yeah, I mean, I guess he could go over. I don't even know where that promo is at, but yeah, if I always tell people, like, if you guys are new, if you have a small bankroll, always take advantage of the discounted lines. Like for me, I can't put more than $5 on a taco or a discounted line on Prize Picks because of the limits. But if you guys have small bankrolls, definitely put money on discounted lines, any of the free picks. Like take advantage of those promos, because that's what a bankroll builder is. Okay, not when people say, "Here's a 2-man on Prize Picks. This is a bankroll builder." No, that's not what a bankroll builder means. Bankroll building is taking advantage of promos, discounted lines, that sort of thing, to slowly build up your bankroll. Taking 2-mans on Prize Picks that people call bankroll builders is going to literally make your bankroll plummet because you're putting more on them than you probably should anyways. Do I like the soccer toggle on Prize Picks? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Soccer toggle. Let's see. Oh, taco. Yes, I actually love that. I think that I know that's one-sided odds, but like the over 3.5, I think is like already in. Like I probably would have taken the over 3.5 if that was the normal line. So the over 2.5 is like really good, I believe. Another one on underdog, Paul George, over 3.5 assists. Super good value there over on underdog. If you guys need like a streaks play as well, Bovada has that at minus 165, Flip at minus 150, FanDuel and ESPN Bet at minus 140, DraftKings at minus 135. I signed up now. What? So basically, if you guys sign up for the DubClub, right? The first thing it'll tell you, it'll be like a welcome message. It'll tell you to join the Discord. Join the Discord, and then go back to DubClub and connect your Discord to the DubClub. That'll give you access to all of the roles. And if you have any issues whatsoever, first step would be to check our Getting Started page in the Discord. Second option would be to open a support ticket. Okay. And if for whatever reason we can't get the role to activate, whether it's the bot or whatever, we'll just have you contact the DubClub support team, and they can handle that. So do those steps, and we'll figure something out with that. Guys, if you have any more questions, make sure to drop them in the chat now. It's 2:56. We'll be off in about 5 minutes. So if you guys have any questions whatsoever, I will do my best to get through and answer them. I know TikTok is absolutely spamming the chat right now with questions and comments. So for those of you watching on Twitter or YouTube, feel free to drop any questions whatsoever, and I'll do my best to answer them. ESPN Bet, Paul George over 14.5 points. Once again, same thing. They actually bumped the odds up for some reason, but still a good play there. 1.25 units as the recommended wager. We do have 3 soccer games starting. I've already looked. Don't worry, I've already looked. These 3 games don't really have too much value. Yes, there is the taco, and I guess if you need to run something else, I would probably recommend the other play that was in the 4-man, which is Embolo. Yeah, Embolo to get a shot on target if that's still up. Pretty good value there. Something I would really just recommend for a 4-pick parlay, like a 4-pick power. But if you need something to just pair with the taco, I would take that. On Monaco, Embolo over 0.5 shots on target. That'd be my go-to. Always check if you get a free lineup. Yeah, I don't get free lineups, unfortunately. Prize Picks usually gives free lineups to those who are not profitable because they say, hey, come back to our app. If people say, I've had enough, I'm not depositing on this app anymore, and then they say, here's a free lineup. Or they'll give you just some random deposit bonus. Yeah, it's good. It's good marketing strategies, but yeah, sadly I don't get any free lineups anymore. I actually used to get free lineups because I was an ambassador in the Prize Picks Discord. Long ago. That was like 3 years ago. That was crazy. Any more questions? I know TikTok's been looking at the same screen the whole time of our 25x over on for esports. I'll post another play, hopefully, to Twitter later tonight if we do have value. I have no clue what the schedule is for esports, but I'm going to say there's a pretty good chance that there's going to be esports on overnight. If not, there'll be some tomorrow, and I'll try to get a play out to Twitter. But I'll also be trying to get out some NBA plays. So I think after we hop off stream here in just a minute, I'm going to try to get a TikTok out, which if you guys are not following me on TikTok, I've got like 4 pages because my first account got taken down, and I've got like 3 different backup pages. But if you guys are not following me on TikTok, please make sure to do so. That's like the biggest platform I'm trying to grow right now. Also, if you guys give a follow on Instagram, on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook even was just recently set up. One quick question for everyone out there before we hop off stream. I'm thinking about setting up a community on Twitter of just positive EV. That way, I feel like it'd be a little bit easier to kind of navigate all of the stuff that like comes through like on your following or like your For You page of just like cappers who really don't know what they're talking about. So I'm thinking about making a community on Twitter of just like positive EV stuff, so everyone's able to kind of just put out their own plays together, and we're able to make money that way. But I'd love to get y'all's feedback on that. I guess you guys will see a post from me if that does happen. But we don't have any more plays coming through with the bot at the moment just because there's not a lot of value. We do have Champions League starting up right now. Hopefully you guys got in that taco for the Atalanta striker. But that's going to do it for stream. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. We've been live for pretty much an hour now. Make sure you guys are following DubClub, and you're following me over on Twitter and YouTube. And yeah, hopefully if you guys have any questions, make sure ask me in the Discord. Once again, that is free to join, and that's available at tridentdfs.com. I'll be live again Tuesday on DCTV at 2 p.m. Eastern. And I'll see you guys then. Peace out.